Hello, this is Tom Nickum from Jersey City, New Jersey, and you're listening to the OhioRAAM Show.
Thank you, Tom, for that introduction. And this is the OhioRAAM Show, a show about cycling and ultracycling, coming to you from Southwest Ohio and brought to you by the wonderful people who operate Time Stations 41 in Oxford, Ohio, and Time Stations 42 in Blanchester, Ohio, time stations for the race across America. This is show number 114. It is the last in the series of the All India month here on the OhioRAAM Show. As we get closer to the race across America, we want to make you aware of the dates of the race this year. The solo and race across the West riders start on June the 14th, Tuesday, June the 14th. The team riders start at Oceanside, California, 4 days later on June the 18th. And here in Ohio, the time stations we have here at Oxford and Blanchester will be open from June the 21st to Saturday the 25th. Also, as we announced at our last show, we're going to have kind of a special event in Oxford this year because the Great Ohio Bicycle Adventure will take a day off from their week-long ride in Oxford on Tuesday the 21st, and they're going to have a number of activities for the riders there in Oxford, including your chance to visit Time Station there at Oxford and become acquainted with the race across America and what we do here in Ohio to support that race. We also want to show you a list of the other staffed time stations across the nation. You can see them here. These staffed stations are great places to come and view the race. And a little later on, we'll have the schedule up as soon as it's released by the Race Across America of when these time stations will be having riders. Because there will be people there who can help you understand what's going on, keep you up to date on events, where the racers are at. And for those of you who are new to the Race Across America, it's a great way to learn about them at these various staffed time stations. So take advantage. If you're anywhere near one of these, come on out and learn about the race. With that, we're going to go to India and visit with Sheny, the third and last of our All India month here in February. Before we do, I just want to say that the sound feed from Sheny was a little weak. We had to tweak it quite a bit with our software. We did the best we could. It's just one of those things that happens when you're using these kinds of technologies. We believe you'll be able to hear it. So let's go on over to India and meet Sheny. And we're going over to Nasik, India, where we're going to meet Srinivas Gokulnath. I hope I got that close to right, but he said just call him Sheny. How are you doing this? Well, it's morning here, but it's evening in India, is it not? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Lee.
Well, it's really so glad to have you here with us. And this is you're the third part of what's going to become an All India month on the OhioRAAM Show. Because so many great things are happening in India. We're just so happy to have a chance to tell folks about it. And Sheny is part of it. Sheny, tell me a little about yourself, your background, what work you do.
Yes, Lee, I was born in Bangalore. That is one city you all must be knowing Bangalore. So I was born in Bangalore, and I was, I did my schooling in Bangalore as well as my college in Bangalore. And Bangalore being a city which, wherein you have to be on the toes. It's a daily struggle. Every day is a struggle. You're coming from a middle class background. You really need to look out for fund yourself for studies, and you really can't keep sitting quiet when you are studying or when you are pursuing higher studies, you really can't keep quiet. The city does not allow, because it is so expensive. The lifestyle is so expensive in Bangalore that you really need to, even though you're a student, you really need to start working. So the same thing happened with me, and I started working as a teacher in medical training in Bangalore. Then simultaneously, I was doing my house job in a hospital, and also working in another hospital for about six hours. So life was that this I am talking about 98. I mean 2003. At that time, I didn't have time for anything apart from working and going to two hospitals. So I used to feel that a day should have 48 hours instead of 24 hours. So I had become a workaholic. And also I had to fund for my brother for his higher studies, and also my father had lost his job, so he was working as a metallurgist in one of the factory, and because of his old age, they said they can't employ him further. So that's how I what to say, got very serious about my work, that is as a transcriptionist, as a doctor in two places. So that went on for 2 years, and then I mean sleep disturbances and all that started affecting me. I used to sleep in traffic signals for about for a brief period, and this was not going well then. And then I started to discuss the same with my senior. I told him that see, I'm going through this struggle. So what do you suggest? So he told me, why don't you join army, because you get time for yourself, and I mean life is much more adventurous there than you struggling in the city. So that is how I joined army, uh, uh, to find time for myself. I joined army to find time for myself, and that was the transformation. I was a kind of a timid person before joining army. I used to hesitate to speak in front of a crowd. I was kind of a shy individual who was, kind of introvert, and that thing. When I joined army, there was a real transformation from what I was before. So that is how I got into Indian Army. My initial days, I was posted to the tough areas such as Jammu and Kashmir. I also served in Siachen Glacier, and that really made my life adventurous, and I was also able to support my family who were actually dependent on me. I was also able to support my brother in his education, and this happened for the next 3 years. I was in those difficult terrains. You see a lot of being in a counter-terrorist operation zone. You see lot of what to say a lot of casualties of your own men. You see natural disasters such as avalanche, losing people in crevasses, and all this makes you as an individual stronger, because that kind of bonding that I had with my men, with my troops, is worth talking about, because in difficult situations the bonding gets really strong, and that is how I outgrow of my timidness and underconfident. And by the end of 3.5 years of my service in that hot terrorist zone, I was very confident of managing my men. Because most of the time, I served with the infantry, that is, the troops who are always deployed in the far off borders where they are always, what I say, ready to meet actions. I I mean, there were certain instances where I have lost my close, what to say, colleagues. Even my, I lost even my boss, who in this counter-terrorist operations. So all that, I mean, what I'm telling you is all that made me stronger. As far as my mental agility is concerned. So all this made me a better individual and a stronger individual. And then later, after about 4 years there, I was posted to another place wherein in deserts. So that was not so. I mean, there were no such anti-national activities there, but yes, in a harsh place, in a desert area, you are exposed to the temperature, I mean, extremes of temperature. So, again, another good experience there. And then I opted for aerospace medicine as my post graduation. That's how I came to Bangalore. Again, back to Bangalore. So coming back to Bangalore this time, now was my perception. I mean, I was looking forward for something more adventurous in Bangalore. And that's how I got in touch with the bicycling community. This happened in 2009. So I had my old bicycle, in the sense, my
Well,
high
let
school
me interrupt you
bicycle.
there for
Yes.
let's. I had a couple questions about your military service. I'd like. You were at the Station Glacier. Now I've heard a little about that. How high above altitude is that?
Okay. I was in one of the far most posts. I was at 17,500 feet for almost 4 months, and then I spent 1.5 year in 14,000 feet. Then I spent around 1 year in 9,000 feet.
Okay, I like I said, I thought so. Then you wound up in the desert as well. Is that correct? All right. Well, I would say we're going to talk a little bit about the race across America, but you've had some experience with the extremes that you're going to run into here. Maybe not quite 17,000 feet, but you know what we're talking about when we talk about desert and high mountains.
Yes, that was a brief stint. I mean, for about 6 months I was in desert. Yes, yes.
Okay, well, let's get back to your cycling. How did you get into cycling? Tell me from, I guess you started pretty early in life and
Lee, my brother used to cycle right from school days. We used to commute to school by when we were studying in two different schools, and I actually had to drop my brother in the same bicycle when I was studying in my 10th grade, sorry, 12th grade, and my brother in 8th grade, and we used to commute from on the same bicycle. I used to drop him to his school, and I remember I used to make him sit in the front and shout at him like, why are you so heavy? You should have lost weight. It's so difficult to you. Yeah, it started off as a commuting, what I say, means, and then. When I came back to Bangalore, that is after all this, when I came back to Bangalore, that is the time when I get to know about the groups who are doing races, who are doing long rides. Then I thought, okay, let me know. Why shouldn't I try? So when I started trying on my single speeder, I still remember the MTB that I had. It's an Hercules MTB, which I got it when I was studying in seventh grade. So I used to I used to take that for all these rides, wherein the group had all carbon bikes and road bikes and all different kinds of bikes. So I mean, I used to be better as far as my endurance is concerned when I used to ride with them. They used to say you should upgrade to a better bike and all that. So after a few months, one of my friend, he said you should upgrade to a. That's how he got me. I was not ready to shell out so much money for a road bike. So my friend prompted me, you should get a road bike, and so that is the time I got a road bike from my friend Vijay. His name is Vijay, and from then onwards, I mean, the distances were, I used to love distances like, okay, now today I do 100, okay, let me do 300, let me do 400. So the distances were so exciting for me. So that's how I started doing long distances. And one day, after about 5 months, I did Bangalore, Hyderabad, which is around 600 kilometers all alone. When I mean, that was a different experience. That was the first time that I took out my road bike for 600 kilometers all alone. So I used to like these long distance cycling. And till that time, till 2009, in 2010, there were no brevet rides. There were no randonneuring clubs in Bangalore. And in 2010, the first brevet was inaugurated in Bangalore. Till that time, there were no such organized long distance cycling. So in 2010, when Bangalore witnessed this brevet rides, that was the time. Yes, it really motivated me. So since then, uh, since then, we had a. I mean, we what to say, the passion for biking has grown so much that now it has become a primary. What to say. Now it has grown to such a massive level in my life, cycling as such. So it's nice. It is. Uh, it's good that happened. I mean, even though I was doing my post graduation in Bangalore, but I could sneak out some, I mean, significant time for cycling. And also, we had a racing team we called Veloscope team. We did race many Bangalore championship races, and we were an amateur cycling team. But that's how the that's and after a few after 3 years of being in Bangalore, when I got my postings to somewhere in the far off places, that is in Jammu and Kashmir, where I had to again move away from the civilized zone to a troubled zone. So I was very much worried about my cycling. The first thing when I came to know about the posting, that I'm posted to a far off place which is kind of troubled. So the first thing that I inquired is there sufficient place to cycle? Is there a metal road or a tarmac to cycle? So then
Got to keep your priorities straight.
yes. Then the officer there, he said, you really can't cycle here because it is. I mean, there are a lot of restrictions that you. I mean, you really can't get out of the gate, the garrison gate. So, but when I went there, yes, it's a restricted place. It's a restricted place, and there was a perimeter of about 3.4 kilometers. I mean, around 3.34 kilometers. I used to cycle in that garrison. Okay, I came to terms. Yes, I can't go out. That's okay. I'm going to pedal in this little area, how much ever possible. In the meantime, I had a plan that why shouldn't I mean, I had this plan in 2012 itself that I should do
Now,
cycling from the northernmost tip of the south. I mean, with my bosses and also with my organization, they said, I mean, I don't think nobody. They said they are not keen on supporting. So that happened in 2012 in the somewhere during August 2012. But I was looking for support from friends and organizations, but nobody were keen. And also, I being restricted to that particular place, I really couldn't move out to talk to people, look for support, and all that. So, but I I used to treat people. I used to treat people from the nearby villages. So the villagers were kind of looking forward for any kind of treatment. We had a small setup in our garrison, wherein we used to treat burn patients. Okay, because the place where we were, Kashmir, that is Jammu and Kashmir. So it is very cold. I mean, it is at 5,500 feet, and the temperatures drops down to a great extent. So people resort to all heating, heating equipments, and a lot of burn injuries happen. So the nearby villages used come with injuries, dressings, sterile dressings every day for 3 months, 4 months, and to be surprised, they used to come from far off places, some 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, and they used to come every day. I mean, that motivated me. If people are coming for, looking forward for support, for treatment, and coming from far off places, why shouldn't I do my best? So why I'm telling you is, it is these people who supported me for my adventure from Srinagar to, I mean, from Leh to Kanyakumari, from the northernmost tip to southernmost tip of India.
okay, you've been breaking up just a little bit there, Srini.
So these people, village. Okay, yeah.
You've been breaking up a little bit, so let me recap what I think I've heard you saying so that people might have missed it. That it was the villagers who came to your station for treatment who became your supporters in your quest for your uh, the northern, I believe it was the northernmost part of India to the southernmost part. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, your signal breaks up just a little bit, and we're not going to worry about it. It's the internet. It's what happens. But okay, and in your CV, you didn't say how far is that? How long a ride was that?
Okay, Lee, it is one of the. It is around 4,100 kilometers from Leh to Kanyakumari. You would have heard about Leh. Leh is at an altitude of around 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet. So we started off from that place on 2nd September 2014, and with a small support crew with one mini van, we started from that place, and it took us, you cross 5 passes when you, the first 700 kilometers, you cross 5 passes. The first pass that you cross is at an altitude of 17,500. The next, the yeah, the first pass you cross is at 17,500. It is called Tanglangla. The next pass is at around 16,000. That is Lachungla, and the third pass comes down to 14,000. So that is called Nakila, and then you have called as Rotang Pass. Okay, so that is how you cross this place, and it is it is open only during summers, that is from May to last week of October. So we did it in September, but unfortunately it started snowing. And also rained. So that 600 kilometers, the initial 600 kilometers was all snowing and raining. So somehow we were so crazy and maniac that we just went on. No doubt there
Well,
were issues of acute mountain sickness. I had severe headache. I was in the verge of collapsing because of hypothermia. So, but my support crew were awesome. They did a wonderful job at the summit of 17,000. The initial day itself, I was subjected to, I was hypothermic. So these people helped me, my support crew helped me. They had a small stove in a mini van. We lit the stove and they made me warm. They kept me warm then. So, the second day I was bitten by a dog, stray dog. And
goodness sake.
yeah, many interesting things happened. But we didn't give up. We said, let's keep going. I said, I am not bothered about because there is no way that I could get an anti-rabies vaccine. So they said, you should get an anti-rabies vaccine. To be precise, the first 78 hours was very crucial, and so many things hit us. Like I'll tell you, there were boulders, big boulders on the road, and there were trucks standing on either side early in the morning, and they were all sleeping away to glory. And when our minivan came, we said, let's move the boulder out, because if we don't move the boulder out, the truck the can't move. Our minivan can't move. The support vehicle can't move. So my four chaps and myself moved the boulder away, and then the truck drivers were seeing what are these guys doing. So then they came to know, okay, they are clearing the road. So we cleared so many boulders along the way, and the first 78 hours was really very crucial and adventurous. And we were so drenched in rain that we used to change 5 sets of clothing. I used to change 5 sets of clothing in 12 to 14 hours. So
Wow.
I was finally, what I did was I used to pedal with normal sandals with polythene polythene bags packed over it. So that was the initial. You also would. There are so many people who do this Leh Manali route, the cycling Leh Manali. People take four days, for more than 4 days, and we did it in 78 hours. So we were pretty far, and from then onwards, that is from Manali onwards, we reached the plains, and yes, till Delhi it was all plain, and from Delhi onwards it was a rolling terrain till Nagpur. There is a place called Nagpur, and from then onwards, bad patch of roads till we reach South India, that is till Bangalore, and from Bangalore onwards, yeah, we reached a zone called as the Asia's second largest wind zone. Okay, so that was the last leg. The last leg was 471 kilometers. We were supposed to do it in 26 hours. So we thought, okay, it's a last stretch, we'll do it non-stop. But when we were cycling in this zone, that is about 200 kilometers from our destination, we saw so many windmills along the road, and we were surprised, like, why are why are so many thousands of windmills? Then we came to know, then we were hit by, what to say, headwinds like anything. That is the time we understood. Okay, well, that is the reason there are so many windmills here. And then one of my friend told me, this is Asia's second largest wind zone. Okay, then
You
it
you
was
found out why. Well, listen, Siri. So you hold the national record from north to south. Is that correct?
yes, yes.
And I want to get on to Race Across America here pretty quick, but you qualified in the Decan Cliffhanger that just recently happened here back, what was it, a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And so you're registered for the Race Across America. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Well, now, it seems to me like, from what I've heard of this north to south adventure, you're not only qualified, but you're experienced, because 4,100, that's just in the top of my mind real quick, that turns out to be about 2,500 miles, I think. And 3 mountain passes, way over 10,000, well, 17,000 feet. I think you're
Five
ready.
mountain passes.
5 mountain passes. Well, I don't want to cheat you of your mountain passes there. We never want to, we remember all our mountain passes, don't we? Okay, so you're planning on RAM 2016, Race Across America 2016.
Yes.
How's that shaping up for you?
Uh, well, I am 188 days away from 14 June 2016, and as of now, yes, I'm working hard, I'm determined, and I'm focusing on my training as well as my support crew. I'm working on my support crew. It is kind of finalized. My support crew is finalized. I am, what to say, interacting with them very frequently, and my crew is determined, and uh, so we are, to say we are in the preparatory stage. Yes, we are because racing in US, so many things need to be logistics. We are working on logistics, Lee, and also we are working on kind of sponsors for this big event. The My crew is working to, I mean, all of us are working towards it, and yes, I am happy with the preparation. Yes, but a long way to go.
And of course, you're continuing your profession as a doctor, which takes up a little bit of time.
Yes, Lee. Yes, yes. So yes, I'm in one of the busiest, what to say, training centers of Indian Army, where they train troops to become soldiers, and I have a strength of around. I mean, I take care of a strength of about 5,000 to 7,000 people. So a lot of responsibility. I really can't, what to say, uh, ignore this part. That is my professional part. But yes, I'm taking time out of my daily routine. That is, I take out time early in the morning, 4 hours in the morning, say from 4 to 8 in the morning, and in the evenings I take out another 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours from my evening. My family stands with me. I mean, they are with me. My wife is so strong that she is supportive and very helpful uh, in this whole process. Even though she has a toddler,
You
who,
have a 2-year-old son, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, yes, he's about to be 2 years, and lot of we just moved into Nasik, Lee. We just moved about 3 months back, and a lot of what I say adjustment issues initially for the kid, but yes, Now things are settled at home and the family is supportive. So hopeful of doing well. So let's see.
Well, as of now, as you well know, and you mentioned in your CV you sent me, no Indian has solo completed the race across America. We had the Mahajan brothers last year who did it as a team, and they became the first finishers. So that is your number one goal, I believe, to be a finisher and bring that home to India.
Be the first Indian to finish. I feel I should keep it very crisp and clear as to be a RAM finisher in 2016, and eventually, yes, you'll be the Indian to finish.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us. When we were exchanging messages, getting ready to set up a time for the show, one time I said, "You certainly stay up late," and I found out you were working in the middle of the night in India. I couldn't figure out why you were answering my messages because I knew it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning there. But we appreciate that a great deal, and Srini, we want to just say how much we're excited about what's happening in India as far as ultra cycling goes. There's a lot going on there, and if we can do our wee little part to help promote that through this show, we're really excited to do that. So, hey, give us your best wishes to your wife and your child. I know that it's a big drain on them. They have to put a lot of effort in this as well. It's a family effort. And our best wishes to all of your cycling friends there in India. And we appreciate you being with us today. It's been great. It's been great. Yeah. So thank you so much, Sri.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you for hosting. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
It's really very special. It's really very special. And this is very inspiring. We are all, ordinary people, and you make us feel special. This show makes ordinary people like us very special, and that is all because of your special effort. And hats off, Lee, hats off to this gesture, and it is very inspiring that you are doing this. And I'm very happy, Lee, I'm very happy to say that this is what can help the sport grow. Thanks a lot, Lee.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's always good to hear, and that's what we're trying to do, and do our little part in all of that. Well, thank you once again for watching the OhioRAAM show, a show about cycling and ultra cycling. We release this show on the 7th, the 17th, and 27th of each month, with some extra shows tossed in from time to time, especially during the race across America. We'll have some extra shows during that time. We thank you for all of your support. Those of you who follow it, the show on the social media, who share it, who like it, who plus it, who retweet it, all of that helps the world of ultra cycling become better known to this country and to around the world. We appreciate your support. You can learn more about the OhioRAAM show at the website, OhioRAAMshow.com. There you can leave your email address if you'd like to have notifications of future shows. Nobody else will get those emails. There's a place there for you to leave your comments. We always appreciate your comments. They're very helpful, and even sometimes we get some criticism of how we could improve the show, and we appreciate that as well. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And thank you, India, for what you're doing. Goodbye.
Music by Kevin MacLeod.